Hello everyone, I'm Shivanshi and I'm co-founder of Cubotion Cares. So today I'm gonna talk about your why and why is it so important to find your reason for starting up and how it helps you throughout your startup journey. So before that, I would like to put some really scary facts in front of you, which you must have already heard of. One is that 90% of the startups fail. Right? Just imagine how terrible it is. Suppose you're in a room and you're 10 people, all of them have started up. High chances are that 9 of them are going to fail. Right? And even worse is that 75% of the startups who raise VC funding, they don't end up returning the investors' money. So basically, if you think that if you have raised a round of funding and you're good to go, probably you're wrong there. There's a lot more to it. And even after all this, if you still choose to start up, well, kudos to you, because it takes a hell lot of efforts. So, but the question still haunts us that why do startups fail? Why 9 out of 10 startups fail? And if you look at the surface, the reasons could be many. For example, the founders are immature, the team is not great, right? You haven't found a product market fit, or you are not ready for the market yet. There could be n number of reasons. But there is one core reason, and that reason is that your why, your reason for starting up is not clear, which eventually leads to the failure. So, do you recognize this man? Yeah, he's Simon Sinek. He has written a great book called Start With Why. And he argues that how great companies like Apple and how innovative leaders, how they have their reason very clear since the very start, right? And that's what led to a long-term success. Otherwise, there are many companies which have been created in the history, and a lot of them they couldn't survive, they have died. So getting a clear why is extremely crucial. And to make you believe that, I'll share my own journey with you. So I did 2 startups during my graduation itself. One was when I just was in first year of my college in BTech, and second, Yuboshu, it started later when I was in second year. So these are the 2 people which influenced me to start up in the first place. When I was in first year, and it was just fresh in college, I had that I can do anything kind of vibe. And one fine day, I was sitting in the library and I was reading about these 2 people. And I saw that how these people, they started up in college and they dropped out eventually and ended up being billionaire. So the idea of being billionaire fascinated me a lot. I wanted to be a billionaire. I mean, why not? So everything was set. I was ready to drop out. But the only problem was that I didn't have an idea. So I googled it up that how you can find an idea, and it turned out that Google isn't much helpful here. But still, it took me 1 month to figure out an idea. And the idea was that people, the students from our college, they faced a hard time in buying groceries. So we made that process simpler for them. We named our company Swero, which wasn't incorporated, so it can't be practically called a company. But the idea was that we'll deliver you anything within 1 hour. And I just broadcasted a message in the various WhatsApp groups, and we were live. We started getting users from our own college. But 6 months down the line, we ended up shutting it. Now you could say that the reason is that we didn't have money or we were not mature enough. But the core reason was that delivering things fast wasn't enough to wake us up every single morning. It wasn't our motivation. We didn't want to actually do that for our entire life. And that's why when small hurdles came, my ambition of being a billionaire didn't help me a lot in pushing it further. And I ended up quitting it. So I hope you're getting my point here that just having the end result in mind, that won't suffice you in this journey. You have to find your own key reason. Next came Yuboshu, and it started with this. I don't know if the image is quite clear here or not, but we just had a small computer We just got 2 seats in the ID Ropers Incubation Center. And at that time, we just wanted to passionately solve the healthcare segment. So my personal reason was that my father, he had high blood pressure, high triglycerides, and all these kind of problems. And I've seen him taking blood pressure medicines every single day. And it kind of worried me a lot that how so many people, they lose their loved ones because of these conditions which can be easily prevented. So I wanted to solve this anyhow. I had no idea how things will work. I met Sandeep. Sandeep also, he's my co-founder. His mother, he lost his mother when he was just 8 years old. And because of that, he lived quite alone in his childhood. And he passionately wanted to solve this problem in the healthcare industry so that no one loses their life owing to these lifestyle conditions. So that's what kept us going. So we started a company. Our idea was that we'll aggregate various fitness centers and we'll make one single pass using which you can access all of them. But then 2020 came, the COVID hit us, and voila, all of a sudden the industry was shut down. All the fitness centers were closed. And now we were sitting on our bench and we were thinking that what to do next, right? Our entire idea, which we have been working for so many months, it's shit now, we can't continue with it. Then we thought, okay, now the industry is going online, let's aggregate various trainers and nutritionists on our platform. We thought that we need to build a very beautiful product in order to serve our users well. But just 2 months after that, our 2 code developers left. They didn't find the idea quite intriguing and they wanted to get jobs in some bigger companies. And now we were just 2 co-founders left who had no idea of how to code and we wanted to build a health tech company. So what did we do? Well, we didn't end up quitting. For 14 to 18 hours, we just spent 4 months in learning coding and then we built the app ourselves. And I remember it was a day of Diwali, 14th November 2021, when we launched our app in the market. And we were so excited about it that users are going to try it out and they will buy our product and very soon this product will be viral. But none of it happened. On the first day, we got 100 downloads and we were just refreshing the list to see how new users are coming up. But that's it. In 3 months, we only got 500 downloads, out of which only 3 users bought our product, out of which one of them was our employee. And this time we were devastated because the thing for which we have worked so hard, it didn't work out. And at that time, I remember that our bank balance was drying up. We had no money left in the bank and we were just 2-3 months far away from being bankrupt. So that would mean that we had to shut down Eboshu. But we were not ready to do that at any cost. So we pivoted. For 1 or 2 months, we saw that, okay, let's get this product to the market, do some marketing and see if it works out or not. But it didn't work out. We pivoted and we got into diet and exercise plans. And that's when we started getting money. And we were very happy about it that for the first time, we are making some money. But again, 6 months down the line, it turned out that even that does not work in the long term. And there are so many companies who are doing it far better than us. And the most important thing was that many of our users who were using our platform, they were getting back to their original cycle and they were regaining their weight back again once they end up quitting our program. So that was a pivotal moment in the history of Eboshu. Now we thought that we have to build something more sustainable, something more research-backed, something which can last for a long term. But again, we were both from engineering background. We didn't have any research background at all. And we wanted to build a habit-based product, but we had no experience in this field. So what did we do? We got a team of people who were expert in this area, and they came together with us and developed the program. And 6 months down the line, in March this year, we launched it, and now it's getting an amazing result from the users. So the point is that throughout your startup journey, there'll be a lot of times when maybe your team members, your key team members quit. Maybe you won't have enough money, or maybe the journey is so hard that it gives you pain every single day. But still you have to keep going. And to keep going, you need to have a clear why. For that is going to be a torchbearer when the going gets tough. Thank you very much.